Hello everybody and welcome back to Wreckfest for episode number 2 of our single player little series that we're doing today. We're just going to do some races like last time, but this time we're going to be doing it with the mixed class vehicles, special class vehicles. So it's a special vehicles mixer you see there. So it's kind of like we're going to be racing with harvesters, couches, like big rigs. It's going to be all over the place. So we're just going to go here and have a good time in some figure eight racing. And then obviously there's one catch. We're going to be in our Class C car from last time against some of these harvesters and whatnot. We got some lawnmowers here now as we start this figure eight race behind us. I think there is a couch now as we go down towards these first few corners. There you see some harvesters already going up on their sides as we get hit in the back, but thankfully we don't have any issues there. There's this like three-wheeled looking vehicle right there on my left-hand side as it's a harvester up in front with a bus there. The rubber duck is what it's called now as we come through, getting hit in the side by the number 35 guy, but we keep it straight now as we come through over that crossover point, getting a little bit crowded there by that bus, but thankfully nothing goes wrong as that harvester is in everybody's way right now as we come through the later half of this course. Actually, we're up in the P6, so actually a pretty good start for us now as we take over P5, getting slammed from that guy behind now as it looks like a pretty bad crash as there's a body floating in the sky. That's a bit of a glitch now as there's a harvester stop. That guy just ran over a lawnmower and now he gets rolled over as we come through on the second lap. Certainly unfortunate for that guy now, as there's a lot of debris. One thing I notice is when there's a lot of debris on the track that the frame rate seems to drop quite significantly there as we would get destroyed by that guy from behind now as we come through on that left-hand side, avoiding him, but just complete calamity all over the place as we got this bus in the way. Thank goodness that we did not have a worse ending there as we come through, just about getting turned by this dude now as no one's playing nice as we come through this left-hander with only 2 laps to go at this point, as we are still in 6th place, so it doesn't look like we're going to get our first win. Obviously, in the first video we didn't get a win, unfortunately, but hopefully we can do that today in this episode. Now as we get destroyed by a bus, and now we are completely dead. There's a harvester up on the wall, and we have a ton of damage, and we just got more added because look at this car. It's absolutely destroyed. That's mighty unfortunate here on this final lap as that lawnmower is just sitting there. There's a couch up on the left side. He's dead. The harvester is just sitting there. It's destroyed as well. As we come through, there's a bus in the way. We're going to go to the left, and now everyone's piling in, and we are completely involved in it now as everyone is just being idiots out here. As look at this car. It's destroyed. We're stuck on debris now, so we have to reset the car, and we're down to P13. This race is completely turned into a disaster as we just barely get past that dude. Now, as we already have a winner, Maniac Butcher. That's certainly an interesting name to say the least. Now as we come through P12, closing in on this dude up in front of us, the Nutty Freak is his name. So very interesting names in this game I've noticed, but we would come through now on towards turns 1 to finish in P11 as we edge out that guy. So unfortunate, but we'll get right into the next race here. We would try it again. Obviously the goal is to try and win at this track. Unfortunately, obviously, we haven't won at any track, so we're going to give this track a few times throughout this video. Now as we go through turns 1, the harvester already running into trouble, and now there's a couch rolling on the back bumper of my car, and he is completely destroyed. I think he's dead as we come through now on these next few corners. These dudes on the left have like 2 cars on them now as the harvester and the bus once again are up front, and now the harvester is no longer up front as we push right on through. He's on his roof now behind us. Complete disaster for him, but we continue on now through on lap 3, approaching the halfway point of this event, just about getting destroyed there, but thankfully we keep it straight and come through into the 5th position now with just 3 laps to go at this figure 8 course. Still having a absolute blast playing this game every time I hop on here now as we come through. Cars dead everywhere. That guy on the right, I don't even know what you'd call that. That was a close call though. Now as we go down through this next corner, there's a dude behind us closing in, but we come through with just, like I said, 3 laps to go at this point. Approaching the left hand, there is some calamity going on up here. We just hit that guy, and he is up and over, and he is probably dead, and that guy behind us gets absolutely destroyed as well. Unfortunate circumstances here for these drivers as we come through now on the final lap, running in the 4th position at this point. Obviously not going to be another win once again, unless something happens to the leader now as there's cars just sitting all over the track now as that guy in front of us got destroyed. And now we move up into P3 on this final lap as we come through these final few corners, trying to close in on the dude in P2. but it does not look like we're going to quite get there now as we come through down this final straightaway. He almost got destroyed, and we barely get away from that guy, and we're going to come through to get P3. So once again, no win, but we're going to try and see if we can finally get a win. But this time, we're going to go to a different track. We go to the triangular-looking track with all those jumps that we did in the first episode now as we come through down towards this first tournament. I'm playing it a little bit safe here because it does not look very safe with all these weird vehicles going into the first corner. There goes the Harvester. I can't see a thing at this point now as the Harvester's up on his side. The RV's pushing that one dude into the wall. The Harvester, there's no way he's coming back from that. That's very unfortunate for him now as we come through P18 as I almost wipe out those tires there as that guy's flying all over the place as we come through into this next corner up into P16. So we're slowly moving our way forwards, I guess, now as we're about to cross over everyone. The Harvester, he goes up on his side as we jump over him now as we lose control of the car, but thankfully, no, we're not going to keep it straight as the bus comes through and down goes the sign, and I'm trying to get it straight. We hit that guy in the 54. He is losing or missing a tire on the left side now as we are continuing to P14 as the lawnmower comes in and tries to pit me or something, but thankfully he doesn't quite have the strength to pit a big car now as we come through passing this bus now on lap 2, going right into the concrete barrier. You'd think they'd put some safer barrier there or something as we plow into the Harvester. Like an idiot, there is a body goes rolling in front of me off of a couch or a lawnmower or something. Unfortunate for that guy as he's going to have to hope that no one runs him over for the rest of these final 4.5 laps as I ram this guy. The car was completely destroyed at this point, so I figured that we pretty much didn't have a purpose on this course now as the front end is destroyed. There as we have, I think, an RV laying in the way as I pretty much just end it right here, and then we were going to give it another shot, so I decided we're going to quit that one and try it again here because the car was just destroyed. So hopefully this time we can be successful. Certainly these special vehicles within the field definitely makes it a little bit tougher at times due to these Harvesters just plowing on through. Now as we're going to go on the outside and make it work, and we're up inside the top 10 now as we head down this straightaway, losing control though, but we try to keep it straight, and thankfully that little bit of banking on the left kind of keeps us straight now as we go down in behind this dude. Cannonball as we exit the corner, tires flying everywhere. They're getting into it on my left hand side. We're going to come through to pass him, but that guy rolls into the side of me, and now we're rolling unfortunately, and we get stuck right here as we need to get out of there as quick as possible because here comes Harvesters, buses, and everything you can think of at this point. The lawnmower just slipped through that little gap, and now we are stuck, so we have to reset. And the left front of the car is really messed up after that, so that's certainly not good for us now as we are still in P7 at this point, so I guess that's on the bright side. But we come through now on lap 2 in P6, getting into the concrete barrier there. The left front of the car still struggling pretty bad as there's a bus stuck there. That guy completely misses the jump, and now we hit, I think, a lawnmower, and now we're once again up on our lid doing a bit of a stoppie as that guy comes rolling into the frame. Unfortunate for him now as this car is just absolute trash, so once again we need to reset as I think there's an RV laying down there off the track. Unfortunately for him now is the right front of the car at this point is completely destroyed. It's off there's no tire, so I decided we're going to just retire from this event and we're going to try another one at a different track. So I just pull over to the right and call it there. So this time we go to one of my favorite tracks, the Death Loop. This is going to just be a 4-lap event with these same dudes here, the Harvesters. The Harvesters and like the bigger vehicles don't take the loop, which I was really hoping they were going to try, but I found out quickly that they, a few like races back that I did off camera, that they will refuse to go up the loop, so they'll just take a different little section there as we have a pretty good start getting past all of that calamity now as we're up in P5, still looking for our first win on Wreckfest. I guess I'm pretty bad at this game now as there's some calamity and RV jumping in behind us now as we come through on to the loop for the first time. Getting past that dude who's probably going to crash there in just a minute there as we come through. He actually hangs on to it looks like now as we're actually leading though. Last time we were leading at this track we died, so that was unfortunate. Now as we come through making an idiotic mistake, now as there's cars and we get hit and now we get T-boned and over we go into the barrier, and now we are stuck trying to get unstuck, and that guy comes piling in and tries to end our life. Oh, yep, and now we get destroyed again by an RV this time, and I think that might do it now, but we're going to try and reset and continue on. I guess the car is actually still in pretty decent shape. There's only, we still have 78 health or armor or whatever you call it on the car. We're down in 16th after that, so that's not good, but we can maybe work our way forwards here as certainly I thought we were done for, but we're continuing on, and we're closing in on the top 10 once again. There as we just landed on top of that guy, and things keep getting worse now as we do get back on 4 wheels and try to recover now as we're going to be approaching 2 laps to go this time by, and we're 15 seconds or so behind the leaders. There's a RV on my left upside down. There's cars falling in the loop. Now as we come through, we get hit by a car falling through the loop. Wreckfest, baby. One word is all we need. Now, as we come through, I don't know what's going on now because, like, I was all confused. Do I take the loop still or what? Either way, we get going and hope for the best now as that bus is going to come through on the left, the rubber duck dude. Now, as we have a harvester right behind me, just complete calamity, and somehow we're still in P6 as there's a harvester throwing it in reverse. We get past him. I don't know what he's doing, but we're up in the top 5, 20 seconds behind the leader at this point with just 2 laps to go. Don't think win number 1's going to happen this time either now as we come through, just hoping for the best now, as I don't think there can be too many cars left running because everyone's been getting destroyed as we move up into 4th for a moment as that guy's going to try and battle back. We got harvesters coming through, we got just a bunch of people coming through, and thankfully we're still going in the right direction. And I think something happened to the leader because we closed in a little bit there, at least about 15 seconds as we are just pushing through all the debris and cars, and we're up to 3rd now as we come towards the final lap in this race. Just pushing through the tires, I don't care at this point. Now as we're going to get up on 2 wheels for just a moment, approaching 2nd place. The leader's now only 10 seconds ahead, so it's not over, even down to 7 seconds now, as that guy's going to get very physical with this lapped car, whatever, Rock Dog here in P2 now as we come through, and now into 2nd place, 7.5 seconds behind, just about hitting that RV now as we have a chance maybe to at least get P2. A lot of crap has gone wrong now as we come through. That RV is getting just straight up pitted by that car now as we come through into the loop for the final time. And we take the lead for a half a second. I think the leader took a different route now as we come through. There's the leader right up there. As we go down into these final few corners, we're actually closing in on him, but not enough time. Out of the final corner now as the leader though gets T-boned, and we're gonna come through to take the lead here on the final straightaway and win this race. Just as we lost a race the same way leading on that straightaway, now we take the win. And I think that's a good way to cap off this episode here. It's a fairly short one, but we finally get win number 1 on Wreckfest. And as always, though, if you guys want to see more of Wreckfest, make sure to let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Those would all be very, very appreciated. But yeah, we'll, I guess, continue doing these Wreckfest videos every so often. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.